I'm Lance Yelvington for CyberCountry. J.D. Shelburne's songs actually tell stories a lot of us can identify with, and that's good. In fact, some of those stories that he tells might keep you up night. In this CyberCountry Minute, he's going to tell us more about his new hit, She Keeps Him Up Nights, and what else is going on in his career.
My name is J.D. Shelburne, and been in Nashville, Tennessee, 10 years from Kentucky.
Well, tell me about the trip from Kentucky, because that's not a long trip, but the professional trip coming from Nashville to your experience living in Kentucky is a long one. What was involved in that?
Well, I grew up in Taylorsville, Kentucky, which is a little small town east of Louisville, about 40 minutes. I was raised on a tobacco farm growing up as a kid. Lived in a small town of just a few thousand people. Everybody knew everybody. I was really close to my family, my grandparents. When I was in college, I decided after graduation in high school of 2001, I wanted to go to college. It was my dream. My parents wanted me to get an education first. Keep in mind, the whole time I didn't play any music, didn't sing at all. In my first year of college, my grandmother passed away. After her death, I found a guitar in her house. That kind of started everything for me. Found a guitar in her house in '02. Taught myself how to play and sing in an apartment in a dorm room in college up in Lexington, Kentucky, at the University of Kentucky. Taught myself to play and sing, and that was kind of all the history, all she wrote. And that kind of started a new career for me. I did get a degree, 2 degrees in college, and also just started getting gigs, and just kind of built a platform to be an artist in Lexington in 2002. Moved here in '08 and been here ever since. It's been crazy.
But that's a cool legacy you're talking about your grandmother.
Yes.
You found a guitar. And did that lead any kind of creative spark for any of the songs that you did early on?
You know, I grew up a country music fan my whole life. Growing up on a farm, that's what we listened to. My parents always said that the lyrics were clean, and we were always allowed to listen to their CDs in the car. People like Garth Brooks, Alan Jackson, Billy Ray Cyrus, all those guys were out when country was popular, back when I remember it as a kid. When I found the guitar, my grandmother had bought it from my uncle years ago. I found this out later in life that she had bought it from my uncle. Years ago, he never took any interest in it, but in the book, in the guitar case, when I found it, was a Garth Brooks chord book, and so all of his hits from the Rope in the Wind album, Unanswered Prayers, The Dance, Shameless, all these big songs were tabbed out in this book. And so that was really my first, kind of go-to in learning songs, where to put my fingers on the frets. And so Garth Brooks was really my first influence on music as a fan and as an artist. And so. It's kind of wild how that just kind of ended up in a guitar case in a closet.
Well, the cool thing about the videos that I've seen of yours is that each one seems to touch a different part of your life that everybody can identify with. Which one is the favorite right now that you've got? Or does that kind of vary from day to day?
I have several. I'll have to say my favorite video probably would be my very first. Back in 2012, I wrote a song called Farm Boy, and that was really... that was my first go about it, recording a video, actually having an album out of Nashville that had a legit Nashville producer. Really where I took myself from playing small town bars as a local act to, hey, this guy's an up and coming artist. And I started getting a lot of big shows. Farm Boy is my first song that I wrote and shot a video for. That was really my first taste in what Nashville was about. I went from playing nursing homes and churches and bonfires and political parties to playing clubs, festivals, state fairs, and so it seemed like once I put a song out, that kind of got a little momentum going. Farm Boy was my first one in 2012. I still had long hair. This is 2012. This is years ago, and that was really my first taste at the road and making a little money, and it was I have my favorites along the way, but Farm Boy kind of got it started for me.
So, what's your favorite thing about performing?
Performing was the first thing that kind of drew me in, and playing guitar. It felt like anytime I played guitar in a dorm room or apartment or a bonfire, everyone grew towards you. They loved it. And so I've always been kind of the center of attention. I was just kind of a cut up in class and played sports, and always was a fun guy growing up. Playing music in front of fans, people that sing your songs. Now that I've got a great fan base and we're playing 230 shows a year, I live for it, man. I love the energy, and people that come to concerts are usually in a good mood. They're happy. They're with their friends, their family, and it's just one big party. And it's just like when you do that every weekend, it's just you live for that. And that's part of the reason I got into music, was playing live. So it's kind of where I learned to first cut my teeth.
Well, let me ask you, what is coming up next for you?
Well, I'm getting ready for the summer tour. I'm doing a lot of shows. I got over 70 booked for the summer right now. I'll end up playing about 215 this year, hopefully, maybe a little bit more. Lots of stuff. CMT just premiered my video last week for She Keeps Me Up Nights. We just left the Kentucky Derby, did 10 events in 3 days, doing headlining a NASCAR race, lots of fairs and festivals, and we're just hit the ground running. We never stop.
Okay, you mentioned the Derby.
Yeah.
This past Derby, do you have any opinion on the finish?
You know, it's funny. I was at the Derby at Churchill Downs when that happened. We had no clue what was going on. We just went by the TV screens that there was going to maybe be a disqualification, or didn't really know what to expect. But after I went back and watched the replay, I mean, watching it live, you didn't notice it. I didn't as a spectator. But when I went back and watched the replay from different angles, then I kind of noticed what happened. But I mean, you know, the jockey on the horse is going to do what he wants, you know. And one thing was great. My wife actually bet the winner, 5 to win on Country House, 65 to 1 odds. I think she won 300 and something bucks. So we're happy, man. We don't care.
Thanks, honey.
Her money, not mine, I guess.
Well, and let me ask you now, what can people expect coming out of you in the near future?
Well, man, we hit the ground running nonstop. We're out meeting fans, playing new venues. I just booked Aspen, Colorado this morning. We're actually playing nonstop. It's all we do. We'll be working on a new record probably end of the year. I put out a new record every 2 years. Two Lane Town's out right now. It's been out since the last year. 2 songs off the record are on CMT right now. The single's also One Less Girl, hit 27 on the Music Row chart. It's been crazy for us. So we're going to keep building momentum. Working on getting on a talent agency right now in Nashville to kind of branch me out some more. And I'm still hungry, man. I'm an artist, been here 10 years, and I've played over 2,000 shows, opened for 50 national acts. I've done literally everything but play the Opry. So the Grand Ole Opry's on my horizon. Hopefully I'll get that soon, and everything else will just keep rolling. Hey guys, this is JD Shelburne. You're watching me on CyberCountry. Be sure and check out my website, jdshelburne.com. Also, music's on Amazon, Spotify, iTunes. Check us out. Facebook, like us, and hope to see you at the show soon.